All right, guys, big week on the pod. We've got Tommy's punishment. It's a cracker. He's tipped the Bombers and let us down again. This week's eye-catching moments, we've gone with the Olympic theme. Jess Fox, she's in there. This week's games, we've gone through all that, all the milestones. Pendle's 400, what a career. And we have a massive KPI Construction Stop That.
This episode is proudly sponsored by KPI Construction Services. When it comes to construction sites, reliability and efficiency are key. That's where KPI Construction Services shines. With a single call, KPI provides a range of essential services, which includes labour hire, crane hire, and traffic control. KPI is a progressive business with modern plant and equipment across all of their operating states. Focusing on innovation and to avoid the business drifting is always front of mind. We are proud to be aligned with and have such a reputable company partnering with the show. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXs, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.
All right, Tommy, let's get stuck into the podcast, mate.
All righto, here we go, straight into it. The big pig's already on fire. How are we, everyone? We're still trying to work out the Spotify drama. We can't get comments from our listeners. It's killing me because there's been some great comments early in the year. But anyway, Pig, welcome back to the pod. How are you, brother?
It's always good to be back, mate. Good to see you. I haven't seen you since last week.
Got Ron Jeremy in the building. Look at the moustache.
It's growing too.
Yeah.
I've been trimming up most mornings, so the moustache, it's getting thick.
It looks thick and juicy.
Yeah, I could. Anyway, a mustache ride.
There's a lot to talk about this week. A lot of, the first thing I've got is just the fucking Bombers. That's what it says on the run sheet.
What?
I can't believe what's happened.
I remember you saying it last week on the pod, and I remember looking through the screen at Brado, and we were just looking at each other. This is huge. What were you thinking? Go on, man.
Oh, man, I grew up barracking for them. I grew up barracking for the Bombers. My family's, they love the Bombers. I've been invested. Yeah. I've done more footy, media work this year than I've ever done, and I've looked into it, and I thought, this week I'm not looking into it. I'm going to go on character and just a bit of experience. You don't need a lot. And you know what you need? You need effort and ticker. That's the only thing you need some days. And they've rocked up and had none of it.
None.
How do you have none? No effort or ticker or in a season-defining game against the Saints. Without King. Are you kidding? I thought I'm just going to back them in. Like, it's the Saints. And the Saints are good, but they're not, I thought it would be an even contest and they blow them away with their big, tall forward line. What are they doing? Oh, I don't want to go too deep. I'll say something stupid.
Yeah, we were going to try to keep this under 45 minutes today. We can keep on the Bombers for another 20, which we probably could at this rate.
We could. They've had their whack.
Mate, I reckon there's been a couple of times this year. I'd love to go back and cut it all up, but I reckon King, King's out, they're not going to win. And I reckon he let us down in the lock. He let us down in the lock.
Yep.
So they're pretty good without him.
Without him, they're better. I remember they played the Giants early in the year. If you're a Saints fan, you remember this. The Giants were playing them. They're up by about 4 or 5 goals. King got injured, goes off, subbed out. Saints kick 5 in a row in the last quarter and just lose. And the Giants hold on. And I'm thinking, how they play better without him.
Early, and this is why I found it very interesting because, Essendon the last few weeks have been going down a bit. Saints have been showing a bit.
Yeah.
And you were a big backer of the Saints at the start of the year.
I like the odds. I shouldn't have looked at the odds. I should have went the Giants.
Hey, they suck you in. They know something.
They suck you in.
They
didn't suck me with Molly O the other night. I took that 240 against Titmus. I thought she was going to win that. I heard there was a little training camp. One was doing long distance and one was doing the sprints. I thought, you don't need to be Einstein to work out who's been in the gym doing lap pull down a bit longer. You know what I mean? So anyway, but on the Giants, before we go back to Essendon, that was a great win and it was a hard fought win. It's a great game.
Seesawing event, wasn't it? Really, because I think I was in bed and I was like, I couldn't stand to watch because I knew the boys, they were up by about 19 points, 18, 20, whatever it was, and I'm like, but Giants were coming. I'm like, I don't like the way they're playing. I could sense that the Giants were going to come back and be a big problem, and they were. And before 3/4 time, I'm going, I'm turning off. I did. And the next thing, I thought the D's were going to get up.
Oh, it went the other way around. It's like the Giants. The offense for the D's kicked in.
That's the thing with them. And even when I was playing there, it was like we had to be down sometimes to play to our potential. And we've seen that over this year. Teams play safe when they're 3 goals up in the last quarter to try save the game and hold on. And the team that are taking the risks end up coming back and scoring. And any team can score on their day at the moment. And it's disappointing because it's nearly a game that defines their season. And this week they can't lose a game now, the D's. Anyway, we've spoken enough about the game, but where's my vest? I just want whatever you're planning. I wanted it. I just wanted whatever it is. Where's my orange vest?
It's a good question, Fig. I had 10 of them lined up. I tell you what, I had 10 of them lined up, and then the Dons got beat, and I thought, I'm going to go easy on him. I thought the D's showed enough this week. I think if I just sweeten you up a little bit and say you can have the night off with the punishment, just knowing that you're going to give me a big one, I just thought, you know what, mate, you can have the night off with the vest. The Dockers have won. The Giants have won. I think you've been great this year. You've rocked up on time every week. I thought, I'll let you off.
I'll
let you off,
What are you doing? You forgot it, didn't you?
I didn't forget it. I didn't forget it.
You forgot it 2 weeks in a row. And hold on, we're doing the Aces Premiership Countdown, and we've got Tommy Talks against
dramas everywhere.
He's having a man. He's having a man.
We've got the wrong screens up. Hey, the sponsors KPI Group though.
He's forgot the Freo jumper. He's forgot the vest. We've got Tommy Talks going on, and we're having a D&M here. We're going through my life. Is this welcome, Michael? This is your life.
Well, anyway. This is my invitation. I need to get you on Tommy Talks. So do you want to start it now? We'll do the punishments later. I've got to get the one-on-one soon, don't we?
Well, whenever you're ready.
We'll get you for finals, I reckon.
All right, so we've got it. So you didn't bring the best. That's all right. I appreciate that. I will go easy on you. I've got an idea. Do you want to know what it is?
Don't go easy. Go as hard as you want.
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, I do, because it's a bit. I don't like this punishment thing. I was burning all weekend.
We've been talking about like Jesus. We don't care about the money, even though we've lost. We lost a truckload of it.
Wouldn't it be nice to have 800 in there, and now we've got nothing. We're going to start again, and we'll talk about that later.
Like, geez, we're at 800, and it'd be nice.
Bobby Hill kicked the easiest 2 of his life, and the Pies bolted in.
All right, so I've been rattling my brain, and there's a few things you don't want to do.
I just don't want to eat anything today.
Yeah, well, I don't want to see you drink anything again. That was hard to watch.
Okay,
but
that's good.
I know you get this, and this is why I appreciate you not giving me the vest, and because it wasn't a punishment. So I'm going to go easy on you.
Easy. Look at you setting me up here. He's setting me up for a little serve and volley.
You've been going to the gym, and you've been trying to keep fit and all that. So I thought, I'm going to give you a task. You're going to enter a gym, and you can't leave until there's a calorie amount that has been burnt. So you're going to wear a Garmin, or if you don't have a Garmin or an Apple Watch or whatever, you got to send videos or screenshots of the machines you're on. And I don't know, what do you reckon, Brado? I was going to say 1,500, which would take 5 hours probably for you, to be honest.
Oh, jeez, I'm skinny enough.
I'll say 1,200 calories you're going to have to burn before you leave the gym. You can't stop either. You can walk to the rower or the ski erg or the bike.
Straight.
You get a little couple of breaks, but the longer that you take in between, the longer you're in this gym. So I'm going to say it's going to be a 4 or 5 hour session.
Yeah, that's going to suck.
I know you're into the gym, so you got to enter a gym, burn 1,200 calories. Prove it to me.
Give me 15.
1,500.
Give me 1,500.
You arrogant prick. You're getting 2,000.
No, I'll take 2,000. I'm fucking ready for a challenge. I'll tell you what. I need to break up my routine. I've had enough. Give me fucking 4. No.
2,500.
Sold.
2,500.
Give me 2. Give me no. I don't really know. I've never really looked at it. I don't carry. Hey, by the way, never carried an Apple Watch or anything like that. So I don't know how.
2,000 calories.
How long is that taken? Well, I'm not passing out with 2. I think
you're not going to pass out.
1,500.
You might be there for a whole
maybe 1,500, and we'll do 2 the next one.
All right, 1,500. You have to enter a gym. Can't leave.
1,500.
Can't have lunch. Can't have coffee. Nothing. You can have your pre-workout before.
Oh boy.
1,500 calories. That's going to take you a long time. And I'll put it in perspective. I used to keep my Apple Watch on me in pre-season training.
Give me some breakdowns, yeah.
And this would be, you're out on the track for over an hour and a half. You get little breaks in between the drills, but you're flogging yourself and you're running and you're out there for an hour and a half, and I was burning 600 calories. So you've got at least double that.
It's that or the pig don't work that. It's that or he's doing touch on the sideline.
I'm doing train practice.
Yeah.
So 1,500, man, you're going to be there for 4 hours at least.
Yeah, that's good.
So I hope you got a gap in your schedule.
Jesus Christ.
We're talking.
That's actually worrying me because on my...
Nah, don't worry. You're done. You're 1,500. You got to do it. Too bad.
I've got Strava. It says about 700 when I do 8K. Is that about right? Or do you reckon that Strava app's wrong?
I reckon that's right.
I reckon I'm referencing Strava and I've gone, give me 1,500.
So you're going to have we've already spoken about Strava. Strava's puce. But you're going to have to send... the treadmill, I'm
not going to do that. I'm going to go get a Garmin or I'll borrow one.
Too. I want you on the stepper.
There's a stepper. I've got a gym in my apartment.
I've got the Rialto, which is 90.
I've got this. So this is what I've got in my apartment block. I've got the what do you call that one again? I did it for 6 months.
What, the elliptical?
The elliptical. I've got the elliptical, right? I've got the bike. I've got the rower. I've got the
77.
I'm just giving you an idea of what we've got here. Come on, I've got to mix it up a little bit. The calves might tighten up when I'm at the 800 cal mark. We've got the rower. We've got the stepper. We've got the bike. The bike's a shit, though.
Bikes are all though. You can just cruise on the bike. Watch it. You know what? You should raw dog it too, man. No music.
No, that's a no.
You're raw dogging it too.
I'm not raw dogging it.
You're not earphones, man.
I need music, man. I can't raw dog. I can't raw dog 1500. I can't. I mean, I can if you want me to, but geez, just remember the train's got something coming for you if you lose something coming up. So I can raw dog if you want. I think 1500 deserves music. I've upped the ante with the 1500.
All right, 1,500.
Wow. When do I have to do that by? I'll record that.
Nah, whenever you're ready, whenever you're free. Because if you put that on me, I'd need a plan.
You might need a month.
It'd take me 3 weeks.
Oh, wow. 1,500. All right, mate. No, I accept the challenge and I'll film that on my Insta. I'll get to work. I'll work at it.
That's funny.
Could be a Saturday morning. Could be a Saturday morning session.
And I'm making you better, you know? I'm making you better.
Are. Yeah, no, I'm losing a kilo a week. I'll be losing 5 next week.
And a juice cleanse.
A little juice cleanse, all right. All right, mate. Well, it's a big week of milestones. We'll start off with our man, Adzi Treloar. I've got the Ads and Dunks hoodie on, as you can tell. But, mate, Adzi Treloar, 250. I don't reckon you see many superstars from 3 clubs. Just front of mind. No. I can't name. Normally when you go to a few clubs, your career goes south. But for him, it's going north. I think he's All-Australian by a mile this year. He is getting better and better with age. People always say the fine wine. But 250, huge milestone. And, just wanted to say a massive congratulations, Ads. 250, I feel like 300 will be with ease.
Easily. And I've had the pleasure of playing against him. And obviously 3 clubs. And trying to think is someone off the top of my head. No, I don't think there's ever been someone that's at the caliber he's playing at the moment, career best. He's had some good seasons, at 3 different clubs. But he has to be All-Australian right now. I mean, it's so hard because he's in a position where the superstars of the league, Cripps, Neil,
Bontempelli,
Sarong, he's fighting for spots against them in that team. So you kind of understand, hey, if he doesn't get in, that's why. But he's doing everything. He
can't miss out. The numbers he's putting up and the way the Dogs are playing now, the way the Dogs are one of the most informed teams in the competition. In fact, Brisbane and Bulldogs, we might get an Ads and Dunks grand final. The way them 2 teams are going, this league's wide open. And they are, I mean, what they did to the Swannies last week, but staying on the Adzi Treloar thing, mate, congratulations, 250. You're a star. I've never seen a bloke just accumulate like you. Even as a young kid, we actually played against Ads at the Vic Country. We were Vic Metro and we played Vic Country all those years ago in the under-16s carnival. And I remember Treloar and Shield and those types just getting that much of the ball going, these guys are freaks.
He was Stingray boy. Yeah. I'm a Stingray boy.
Calder Cannons.
Was he country?
Yeah, they're classified as country.
I was Metro, and I reckon maybe it went to country a year or 2 after that. And Calder is Metro. I feel like Calder's more country than Dandenong.
Riddles Creek. It's only about 40 minutes.
Riddles Creek's out in bumfuck Odo.
Mate, it's 30 minutes away. But Dandenong, that's where the factories are. They're cooking up chemicals.
Mate, good people down Dandenong. Don't you worry about that.
They're nice guys.
Anyway, mate, another Bulldog player that we want to talk about. Rory Lobb.
I remember everyone talking about, no, Norton needs to go back. The forward line's not working. There's too many tools. And Lobby's gone there. And, he's now pretty much played every position on the ground in his career. And he might be the old failed forward, as he called himself in an interview, but it might be his best position. And now Jones can do his thing. They are seriously set up now.
Wasn't there a rumour that he wasn't going to play again? Did you hear that?
There was.
That he wasn't going to play again. And now he's one of their most crucial players, especially.
Yeah. I wonder if he leaves at the end of the year.
How many clubs has he been at?
Oh, yeah, actually.
He's been at 3 already. He's going to break a record.
He could go for 4. and he's been on a milli every year. He times it to perfection. But he is so valuable to their side. And now that he's playing defence, and you know what it's like, you're playing in the 2s, you're upset, then you play 1s and life's good again. You'd think now that they're playing good footy, everyone's kind of got over, they've probably found that team dynamic. It's like, we've got all the pieces we need now. We're ready to go, guys. This is our premiership team.
Well, it's good to say. I like blokes that deal with adversity well. And he's like, it didn't seem like the kind of character that I would think would be able to deal with that, but he is playing some ripping footy and been a big reason why they're in the top 8 and pushing for finals. So
Move of the year?
It has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Who else is there? There's probably been heaps, off
we
the top
haven't.
of our head. But.
All right, and we'll stick to milestones, but Pendle's joining the 400 club. 400's outrageous. I mean, congratulations, Pendles. I mean, sure, everyone's already messaged him, but 400, and he ain't slowing down either. He's signed another 1 year.
Did he sign it? Oh, no,
sure he's committed to another year. Yeah,
so there you go.
I reckon he could do 450.
He'll break the record. What is it? 427?
Is that the record?
427, I think.
Around the mark,
Boomer Harvey.
Boomer.
What do you think Boomer's
thinking? Boomer kept playing too.
Do you reckon Boomer's going, fucking hell, I want him to, because he
100%.
I don't know, Boomer. Did you know him?
Oh, no, I knew that he wanted to keep playing. He's still kicking bags out.
Yeah, I think he's still playing paddock footy and chopping up, so I reckon he's going Pendles, just slow down.
100%. He'd be knocking on his door.
It'd be nothing worse.
With a hammer on the caps.
Do you reckon Pendles will break that record and then wrap it up?
No, mate, no one Pendles and don't know him well, but he seems like the kind of guy that he looks after his body so well. He'll just play until he can't play anymore. But he also seems like the kind of guy that has such a strong character where if he knows he's not contributing to the team anymore, he'll pack it up. So as soon as he's not valuable to that team, if they're going in a rebuild phase or anything, which I don't think Collingwood will, they've been smashed with injuries, they'll bounce back. They're in the window of another premiership. Probably unlikely this year, but he'll keep playing, and I think he adds so much. He's like a coach on the field.
Yeah.
And I know he's not quick, like he's not real fast, but he's deceptively quick, and he just walks through people with his balance and his nous around the contest. So he'll keep playing until the wheels near fall off. So I think he's got at least next year and potentially the year after. So he's going to get to 450.
450?
I reckon he'd nearly get there.
450 would be special. Like, I don't want 430. I want the 450.
I don't think if you were to do the over and under, I don't think he's getting there. He'd be around 430.
You take the under, would you? That's probably say. If me and Pig take the under, you know what's going over.
Yeah, we'll take the under. Hopefully he gets there.
Yeah, exactly right. And the other one is our great mate, Brando Ellis. He's played his 251, but he's announced his retirement today, effective immediately. He's wrapped it up, but he's been a great mate of mine growing up. He's got a great story. I've actually done a Tommy Talks with him. He talks about growing up and how tough it was. But he's had a great career and 2 flags, being at Richmond obviously earlier, and then gone to the Suns and helped them kind of get going a little bit. But 251, you take that any day of the week. But the 2 flags, especially that first one for Richmond after so many years of starvation, an amazing career. So well done to Brando and his family. Awesome stuff. Well, mate, let's dive into the show because we could sit here all day and talk about a few other things, but we've kind of broken down the latest and greatest news. Play on or out of bounds. I've got a bit of a random one this week. Here we go. So I'll give you a little bit of backstory, but Gen Z calls the thumbs up emoji passive-aggressive and say people should stop using it. Play on or out of bounds.
Oh, well, it's it's play on, but I can't understand. And I don't know what gen I am. I don't know where I am.
Millennials, I think.
Yeah,
I think I'm looking over at Brado and Brado's.
We're not boomers. I think my mum was a boomer.
I can find this out while you're talking, but I think
anyway. But I'm saying I understand where Gen Z are coming from. I
sound like an absolute
I understand where Gen Z are coming from because if like I've written a long message and someone gives me a thumbs up, I'm like, oh, you dog. You know what I mean? I'm a bit flat about it. I'm like, what? Like, I deserve more. But sometimes a thumbs up's a thumbs up.
I agree.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I reckon there's a theory with thumbs up if they're older. It's fine.
Old people do it, man.
Yeah, but that's what they do.
My father-in-law, it's thumbs up.
Yeah, that's because they don't
and my old man, thumbs up.
Yeah, but
I'm like,
if you did that to me, I'd go, he's off me. What have I done? Like he's giving me stone cold nothing. But if you do it to a real old bastard,
old people do it, man.
It means the grouse.
Yeah, man.
The thumbs up means got you beauty. I'll call you back. Let me get to work. And they're working like 10 men behind the scene to gather all that information you've sent, and they're going to come back to you with a phone call.
100% is an old person thing to do, but yeah, young people obviously it's rubs them up the wrong way. It kind of get both sides of the fence, to be honest. So I'm saying play on, not quite out of bounds.
I've got it here. So Gen Z is 10 to 25. It's 1997 to 2012 is when they were born. Millennials were born in 1981 to 1996. That's me and you. And that's majority of the people that listen to this podcast. And then there's Gen X. They're about 42 to 57 at the moment. And then you get your boomers.
Yeah, mum's a boomer.
So we're millennials. And yeah, the Gen Z, they're saying they've had enough. They can't handle it. Mate, let's be honest. Like, if I look at it, the Gen X, the millennials, and the Gen Z, they're mentally not very strong.
If I'm putting them all in a cage, Gen Z is they're paying 100 to 1.
If you give someone a task, right, and this is our opinion and our opinion only, but if you give a Gen Z a task, they're not getting it done. They're bored out of their brains. They've got a 3-second attention span. Don't you reckon? These 10 to 25-year-olds are the Gen Zs.
What's the next gen after Z? What are they going to come up with?
Degenerates. That might be millennials, actually. That might be millennials on reflection.
That's us.
That's us.
Oh, wow.
Degenerates.
Anyway, next.
Comment. All right, we'll play on out of bounds. Thumbs up.
I'm giving it a play on for now, just.
Yeah, I reckon wrap the thumbs up. Just give us a few more on text. All right, well, it's time to go to the tipping leaderboard. I haven't had a look at that. How many did you tip, Pig?
5.
Okay, I had 6. I've tipped Essendon, so how am I going? I've done 6. I reckon I've tipped 6 every week, but when it comes to locking one in, I can't get near it. Our leaderboard on our American Aces tipping competition.
Gone?
We have a new leader. Wow. Jameski 13 got 8 last week and he's in the lead. Gone without a trace, has gone back to second with 2 others there, or was 3 of them all up, Bailey Watkins and Kyle Baker. We've got a new clubhouse leader, Jameski. Looks like, I think that's how you say it, 13, but we'll have to look at Janetsky. That's big. Big for the competition. It's very tight up the top. Wow.
Love that.
Paddy Wow too, coming equal third, but with a few other people there. But mate, that is good to see. Got to find out who Janeski goes for, so we can work that jersey out for first spot. But
Jane, I'm going to say she's 48 and plus. No one's named Jane under that. Do you know a Jane that's younger?
I would say that she's in that Gen X category.
Sorry, Jane or Jeanette.
It's a Gen X. It's a Gen X, John.
Either way, they're a Gen X or a boomer.
Or it could be post-war.
Go on.
That's 77 to 94.
Where we go?
No, I'm serious. That's what they're called. We'll move on anyway. Well done to you, Jane. Time for your segment, your favourite one. That's Pooch.
Yeah, and I'm going to go a Pooch. You're going to go a Grouse, I think, this week. That's what we're going to stick with. Because I've been watching, I don't know about you, I've been watching the Olympics.
Oh, mate, every night.
It's good, isn't it?
They're the best.
You know what it is? This isn't my Pooch, but you know what's Pooch? 9 go, 9, they got some stuff on, but then they've got Stan, and I've got Stan, Stan Sport. You got to pay extra for Stan Sport. That's Pooch. If I've got Stan, I should have Stan Sport on there. Anyway, because I'm a subscriber.
It's hard to know what's going on, though, isn't it? I missed the first quarter of the Aussies basketball last night because they had something else on. Just put it on the other channel so we can watch the whole game.
But that's the thing. And then I'll get there. I'm like, there's obviously the events where we know the Aussies going to do well in, and I love my synchronised diving and anything. I love the gymnastics.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's been
obviously the swimming we're good at. A bit boring sometimes. I used to love it when I was younger. But I'll tell you what's huge, the skateboarding. Have you watched skateboarding?
Mate, I had no choice but to watch a fair bit of it the other night.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's huge. It's no good. And I watched this thing the other night and I was like, I'll give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance and I'm going to watch the skateboarding.
I did the same thing.
And there was like, do your favourite trick or whatever it's called. I swear to God, 8 people fell on their ass and then just had to skate back up. And I was like, what's going on here? This is puke. And then no one landed a trick. So I don't know who won because no one had landed one. I don't know who won.
I think I'm with you, man. I was watching. I was actually concerned for their health. There was one of the chicks had. I mean, I don't want to be jumping to conclusions. She had the AirPods in, and I'm going, well, maybe your balance might come into it with your hearing if you take those plugs out of your ear. Because her first couple of goes, she stacked at the end of it, and it looks scary, that stuff. And she nearly hit her head on the concrete. I'm going, you need to focus here, love.
They kept on falling over. One's holding their arm, one's holding their leg, and one's whacked their head, I reckon. Yeah. So I'm like, you just give up on the trick. I reckon I could have rolled out, done a kickflip and won that. That's how well they were going. Anyway, that was my puke. I don't know. And I reckon anyone that sat there and watched that would be thinking the same thing. Anyone that's listening to this podcast and sat there, what's that?
Mate, I think you're spot on.
100%.
There's actually a young Aussie that did really well. I think she come 8th, which is awesome. But yeah, mate, it was. If they're the best in the world, we've got issues. We've got issues. Time for That's Grouse. We'll stick with the chicks. Look, it wasn't a grouse finish last night, but I'm going to individually highlight one of the chicks from the rugby sevens and one of the girls, Madison Levi. She was unbelievable. I haven't seen an athlete like it for a while. I reckon she's one of the smoothest movers I've seen in a long time. A very fast athlete, very well built. She scored about 1,000 tries, but in time and space, you cannot catch her, and she's very strong. And I actually really enjoyed the sevens. I got right around the girls and the guys, but the girls in particular, it was heartbreaking to see them lose to Canada and then lose the bronze, but they'll be back. I can guarantee you they'll be back. If there's a future market right now in 4 years' time, I'd be getting right behind them for gold because they looked really good, all of the girls. And Madison Levi was the grouse. Watching her live was impressive. She was like the Buddy Franklin of the sevens. Every time she got the ball, she'd almost score or something would happen. Had great patterns. I noticed every time they'd run wide, she'd cut back through the inside and bang, try. So huge shout out to Madison Levi because she was the grouse.
Do we know much about it? Is there an NRLW? Call me ignorant. But
no. Yeah, there is.
NRL's not massive in Melbourne, so
yeah, no, there is. I've obviously learned a few bits and pieces from the Clubhouse boys, but yeah, there is. And I saw a few of their celabrations last week.
Oh, that's good. So she's obviously a superstar in that league,
mate. It's a good question. I haven't done enough research.
Pretty cool to watch. I've watched it in previous years, and it's just fast paced.
The sevens girls are so quick. You'd think some of them might be failed, 100-meter sprinters. And when I say failed, I mean they're lightning quick, but in that upper echelon of, sprinters, they're just not good enough, and they've come back to sevens because they are elite athletes. I honestly love watching the sevens. I don't even know where you can watch it outside of the Olympics, but I would love to watch it.
It's not a massive. There's no massive sevens leagues. I think it's an Olympic thing.
Yeah, well, it's actually really enjoyable to watch.
Someone out there can probably tell me.
I want you to run with that comment because there's probably a competition in France every week.
I was talking. I'm like, what am I saying? You know what I mean?
Mate, people love it. They love it. So, did you watch a bit of the sevens?
No.
Oh, mate, go watch it.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch straight after this, and I'll YouTube Madison Levi and check her out.
Yeah, she was really good. So,
looking forward to seeing the highlights.
Righto, Pig, have you got your RIXXs?
Somewhere.
There they are. Well, guess what, everyone? We have our Soho cherries, they're back. They've been sold out 10 times. Can you believe it? No more famous than these Soho cherries. They're back in stock at rixeyewear.com.au. So get online and grab yourself a pair while they've been restocked because they do tend to go quick. And we've also got the large for the big melons like the pig. Now, with our RIXX eye-catching moments, what have you got for us, mate? You kick us off because I reckon we've got some – we're going to keep it Olympic theme this week, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm definitely going Olympics. Jess Fox.
Oh,
Did you watch it?
I could cry. I almost cry watching that.
I've watched it 10 times in the last 2 days, and I've got daughters, but her winning gold, it's not her pet event. I think her pet event's on tonight or tomorrow, so I can't wait to watch that. She missed out on the gold last year. She didn't qualify well. I think she was 8th. And she had to wait a long way. And her getting gold and her dad commentating, like, you sending chills down my spine now. And it was my eye-catching moment. Even now, I'm like, how do I even talk about it? How did the dad commentate and keep his nerve? Like, he was so...
He was kind of the best commentator because he was giving us he was kind of riding every... bump, but every wave. And then the other commentator, I don't know his name, but it was the greatest call. His call was so good. And then the old man's going, come on, Jess. Like, it was so real. Then you got the mum who's running down the sidelines.
With the coaches. Yeah. When unfortunately, the favourite hit the post, but fortunately for the Aussies and for Jess, got up. And it was amazing. One of the better, it has to be the best moment of the Olympics. Easily so far. It probably will be for an Aussie at the end of it as well. It was awesome. And she's so likeable too, Jess Fox. So hopefully she wins another one. That was my RIXX eye-catching moment. And I think anyone that watched it, it made you a little bit emotional,
I get emotional these days. I don't know what's going on. But
old.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Probably.
Because I was actually getting very, the happy tears because, you read the backstory. She didn't get a gold.
She's been a 4?
Mate, 4. And she's been number 1 in the world for that long and she hasn't been able to get the gold. And her mum's French as well. Yep. So the fact that it's in Paris
family are over there.
And the family's there, it was all perfect. And... being an athlete yourself, mate, it's not, you work so hard. And these Olympians, they work so hard. And just to have an off moment in that, once every 4 years, not to be able to capitalise on her ranking, it breaks your heart. So to see her win gold was, amazing.
And the thing is, for me, I played team sport. If I'm having an off day, I've got 21 other blokes or 22 other guys or 17 on the field to pick me up and cover for me. And I can come back next week. If I have a stinker, I'm like, I'll put a good week on the track, recover well, I'm going to have a good week. But when you're in the Olympics, you train for 3.5, 4 years and go to the Olympics and you've got however long it is, sometimes 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 9.5 seconds in the 100-metre sprint for the men. You could just, one little mistake has cost you and 4 years of hard work. It's amazing. So to see her lift on the big stage on her day, it was amazing. So that was me this week, mate. What do you got?
That's a real good eye catcher. I love it. I'm going to go to South Sudan basketball and give the head coach, now forgive me if I haven't said this wrong or right, but Luol Deng, I believe his name, but the head coach of South Sudan basketball has been funding their whole program for 4 years out of his own pocket.
And who is this guy?
He's the head coach of the South Sudan basketball.
How does he have this cash?
I do not know, Pig, but what I do know is he pays for the gyms, the hotels, the plane tickets and everything else to keep them on the court, getting them prepped because they don't have anywhere to train. And then they have history made by beating Puerto Rico with their first game and first ever win at the Olympics. They nearly beat America in the trial game as well, which is what put them on the map. But to hear that their head coach is funding their whole basketball program, it brings a tear to the eye.
It does.
Because what kind of people in your life that you're mates with would even shout for a whole night on the piss, let alone fun 4 years of a sporting program. It's inspirational stuff.
It is inspirational. I got mates that'll be, there'll be 4 of us in a group, and one will be the last in the shout, and he'll go home before his shout.
No.
Like, let alone pay for it. Let alone, and I'm looking at him right now.
No, don't you dare. That's good. That's good.
Anyway, that's awesome. That's heartwarming. So, I didn't know that. So
moment.
I didn't know. Obviously, we try coming in pretty raw so we can speak off the cuff. That's amazing. I'm going to look this guy up afterwards and figure out where he gets his cash from and how he's coached him. How he's coached South Sudan.
Don't look too deep, mate. Don't do it. It's
that's awesome. Good
so they're our RIXX eye-catching moments. We hope you have a few yourselves. Keep sending them in. We've got to work out where you can send them. We're normally on Spotify, but we might have to change it up and go back to Instagram and put up some polls and whatnot, some comments so you can get in touch. But they're our 2 RIXX eye-catching moments. And as always, head to rixeyewear.com.au and grab yourself some sunnies. The Soho cherries are back, restocked, and we've got the Melrose champagne on the pig in large. Righto, we'll keep moving through. It is an AFL podcast, funny enough. We've got some games this week. We'll give you our predictions, our previews, and our tips fully broken down so you can do the opposite of what we say.
Yeah, do the opposite.
What do you got for us, Pig? Let's fly.
We'll fly through them. And Bulldogs Melbourne Friday night.
Dogs
at Marvel. You're going Dogs?
Well, I'm just going to go form now.
I'm too far deep. Well, it
wouldn't surprise me. It's a milestone game for Ads Trelaw, so it's all Dogs.
Love the Milestones.
Well,
anyway.
You know what? You forget about them, and that's why people win games. Like Port Adelaide, they had Willem Drew. It was his 100th game. Bang, get the win. Yeah, they value him inside. He tags their best player. Kept Cripper at 20-something.
It'd be such a Melbourne thing. They've been playing pretty average, and they
played well last week.
Yeah. Yes and no. Yes and no.
You're not going to
weren't going to go into it
on the D's, mate. They've been pumped all year.
The thing is, GWS had 20 more inside 50s, and they only lost by 2 points. Like, how do you win that? I think they're the best defense in the comp for inside 50s defended, but Dogs are going to get inside 50s, and they've got firepower down there. Anyway, I'm going to go the D's. I'm too far gone now. I need to get some catch-up.
You can't tip the D's.
I'm going them. They play well, they're Marvel. I'm coming up with another moment. I'm nowhere. Eagles versus the Suns. It's over there, and, mate, the Suns are $1.47.
I reckon the Eagles couldn't roll them.
There you go. Who are you tipping?
I'm going to go the Eagles. I've had enough of the Suns.
I'm going the Suns.
Suns have broken my heart.
The Suns have to win one away, don't they?
Nah? They did end the streak last week, so maybe their streak's over and they win on the road.
Let's do it.
I'm going to tip the Eagles.
Who's going to win the Stinker Cup out of North and Richmond?
I reckon North will win that. I reckon Richmond's going to get
favourite. $1.60.
Are they?
Yeah.
Surely you get that $1.90.
They're both good.
I reckon North want the win as well. They're not playing for that,
I'm going. Yeah, they're not. I agree.
Richmond would take the pick one.
Well, who's pick one?
I read an article and forgive me if I'm wrong, but there's no Harley Reeds and whatnot coming through is what they're saying. They never know until they get developed, but there's nothing special at pick one, so I don't think it's as big as last year.
Anyone.
I mean, pick one's probably still special, but yeah, 1 and 2 still good.
Few stinkers over the years. Cats, Adelaide over at GMHBA.
Oh, this should be lock of the year, wouldn't it? Adelaide were horrific last week.
31.
How do you kick 6 goals in the first quarter and a tiny bit, and then not kick a goal for 2 quarters and almost 3 quarters? I think Tex kicked a goal with about 6 minutes to go. How do you not kick a goal? Honestly, that's what's been frustrating me with this game this year. Adelaide kicked 5 goals in the first quarter. So do the Hawks. You're thinking, got myself a Sunday Arvo, 4:40 p.m. slot, little cracker game to finish the weekend on the couch. Next minute, they don't score for 2 quarters.
And they got absolutely smashed
Hawthorn
by 11 goals.
Flying as well, mind you. But yeah, anyway, I don't know how you do it.
Well, we'll go on the Cats.
Yep.
Carlton, big blockbuster game, this one. Saturday night at the G. They're always good games. That's the thing with these.
It's Carlton's to lose, and it's Pendle's 400.
Carlton aren't going good.
Pendle's
400. I'm going the Pies.
I reckon the Pies. For blokes like me and you that we want some juicy odds as well.
Collingwood home game too. This is be packed.
Hey, this is a great game. If you have, when you talk to Americans and whatnot, and they're in town, what should we do? get yourself to the G, get yourself a ticket and immerse yourself amongst these two crowds. Is this a Saturday night game?
Saturday night.
Oh, mate, Melbourne will be rocking.
You won't be able to get a ticket to this. This is Pendle's 400. It's Collingwood versus Carlton. It's like
season on the line for Collingwood and Carlton pretty much top 4 on the line.
I think Carlton.
This will be a record crowd. I'm calling it a record crowd. That's my tip. I'm going to tip Collingwood.
I'm tipping Collingwood.
I expect Carlton to respond.
You're going to talk about Will Drew's 100th, but you're not going to tip Collingwood on Pendle's 400th.
Are you taking
the absolute? You were thinking that you weren't going to.
No, it was more about Charlie and Harry. If Harry is playing, then I don't think Collingwood can stop them.
What about?
I'm actually going to tip Collingwood, but I'm going to tip Carlton, but I'm going to put money on Collingwood.
The next game, Port versus Sydney. Sydney are starting to fall.
I'm going Port. I think Sydney's going to. I think Sydney
Port
until
favourites.
they get. Yeah, well, I think Sydney I think Malikan got injured as well. They got no backline.
They got Rampy's out and
McCartan's the only tall they've got.
Papley's out as well. He's gone for a while, I think. I'm going to go Sydney because you're going Port.
On the road, you're going to go against Port after what they did to Carlton.
Mate, it doesn't matter what I think. The opposite's going to happen. I'm thinking Port. I'm going to go Sydney. Okay. I'm nowhere. Giants, Hawks, and
we should dissect this one. We're obviously flying through the games.
To think Giants at home versus Hawthorn. 9 weeks ago, we're even contemplating Hawthorn. Just seems absurd, but they're only $1.81 versus $2.04 favourite GWS. So
sold out in Canberra as well.
Oh, what? They got 400 people to the game today.
No, Canberra goes wild.
Yeah, really?
And it's
402 then.
It's going to be cold.
Sold out. Well done. That's crazy.
Hey, don't you talk. Did you see the D's crowd last week?
Wasn't that?
Having a go at you, having a go at my boys.
It's snowing at the moment, mate. It's snowing.
Well, all the members are gone. Mate, there was season on the line and your fans have rolled it. What did you have, 6,000 there on a Saturday night at the G?
I'll tell you what, there would have been more fans if the pig was playing in the back pocket.
No pig, no fans. Bums on seats, the pig. I couldn't believe that. Was a disgrace.
That was ugly, wasn't it?
That actually was huge.
Someone asked me if I was going. I was like, have a look at the weather. And,
season on the line, have a look at the weather. That is weak. That is weak.
It is. It's shit out. It's shit. But what are we? Be careful here. I am Melbourne, and the fans do love the pig. So, but are we surprised? This has been going on for years.
I thought that game they might have rolled in a little bit more. You know, there's a few corporate boxes there that looked empty.
They don't like the elements. You know, they don't like the bad weather, and they're at Marvel, but they don't like Marvel either. So. This week, I'll be surprised if they get a good crowd there. All right, sorry.
Giants. I'm tipping the Giants, and I'm looking forward to seeing big Tommy Green eat up again.
I'm going Hawks. It's hard to tip against them.
I told you, I put money on Tommy Green last week.
But I kicked the goal. And
I had Giants, and they got over the line. I got $7. But, mate, it was the hardest watch. I forgot to tell you.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. That's
really
awesome.
Good stuff.
That's a good hard luck story. You
and I've been watching your man.
You bridge the gap from the thousands we've lost on this pod.
Yeah, I should have just said Tommy Green. Wait, we're going to go back to the well later on, but Nat Fyfe, your man, been suspended. We're going to get to in a second, but I've followed him every week just to see if he kick a goal, and that has been a huge. Like, you know when you got those things stuck in your head? I have it in NFL.
I'm betting on him again. He's not even playing this week.
He's been one. You need to change your mindset and find another man.
Freo versus the Bombers. Here we're talking about Fyfe. It's over here too. Freo $1.60 nearly.
Why are they so? Well, they think Essendon's going to respond again.
That's a lock.
It's right at the G as well.
I'll tell you what else is a lock. Brisbane, the next game's $1.55 against the Saints. When the Saints aren't pulling that out 2 weeks in a row.
Mate, what? I can't read the Saints.
Mate, we're going to make some dollars this week.
Got to find out if King's playing.
King's playing, they'll lose 10. So, I don't know, I'm going Dockers and then I'm going Brisbane. Mate, that's unreal.
So what are we doing? Because I've ruined the 12-week challenge. So what do I do? I'm happy to. This is what I think we should do, right? I'm happy to cover. I'm happy to cover for you this week.
No, we don't do that.
Okay. I was hoping you'd say that, so we'll start again. No, I think we got to chase $4 each.
I reckon. And what we do?
I reckon we can tip. So I've tipped 6 every week this year.
We're gonna maybe we get back on like a multi and we'll put it out there to the Instagram followers and our listeners. we're scrapping the 12
Pig and
weeks.
trains multi for the week.
And I'm telling you right now, Dockers and Brisbane straight off the bat, they're winning.
Should we take the 1 to 39 to beef it up?
Nah, that's where we get unstuck when you get greedy like that.
I want to be greedy because I want to collect.
No, but we'll tick a
But
few
these
others off.
heads are crook.
But yeah,
We just need a Tommy Green goal.
too. But we'll get a few more, and because the 12 weeks no good. Sometimes when you're looking at something and you're trying something and it doesn't work, you just need to step back and go, "Fuck, that didn't work." And that's what's happened with our 12-week challenge. It didn't work. We're better for it. We're trying.
Yep, we're trying everything.
We've had a few wins. We've had a few laughs.
It's been a lot of laughing. And hey, I'll be laughing in the gym for about 4 hours doing my punishment. So we need to do something because I want to be able to get you back. So what are we going to do?
No, we'll do something.
How about we both pick a midfield goal? And and this is how it's going to work, right? Midfield goal and a head-to-head. Let's try get. So do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you pick a head-to-head, I'll pick a head-to-head. Has to be, let's try get $1.30 at least,
and
right?
a midfielder goal.
And a midfield goal for some juice. And if I get 2 from 2 and you lose, you get punished. If we both get 50%, no one gets punished. So it's only if one carries the weight and one falls over, we get back to the table and we address what kind of punishment will be happening.
All right, I like that. It's good.
Because if we can get it a $9, $8.
And we'll post it on the socials, let everyone know what we're doing.
And we'll let them know, and we're going to have 100 on it, 50 each.
Done.
So we'll try to get about 900 back, and then we might be able to continue the 12-week challenge.
We're back.
Yeah.
We're going to win some cash.
I like it. I already feel it.
All right, we're done. All right, that's us.
All right, well, it's time for our KPI Construction Stop That. Geez, they're everywhere, KPI, as I said the other week. Just Gold Coast. We need to get our comment section going so we can get your feedback. But if you're living on the Gold Coast and you're listening to the Pig and the Train coming to you live here, there's a lot of KPI construction happening. Pig, are you ready? I don't know who to address this to, Pig. But the head's that big, he's broken the hard hat. The KPI
Give me this nugget hard hat. There's one good one, and there's this nugget where I get this thing every week. And
you look like that is the degenerate right there.
Look like I'm pissed.
Degenerate.
I'm wondering why I got the shit one every week, and there's a good one there.
It's first investor. It's when you're waiting in the car park 20 late every week. What do you
are you taking a piss? I'm sitting here, right, mate. When do we start? 5:30, 6:30. When do you roll in? 1:45 every time. This is bullshit.
Because I'm printing the run sheet. Righto. Our KPI Construction Stop That goes to the Olympic Committee or the Australian government or whoever is the one that signs off on the bonuses for our athletes. Our Aussie athletes that get gold medals, their prize money is $13,000. A woeful $13,000 incentive. How can we be giving the greatest athletes in the world at their events, representing our country, making us tear when we see Foxy get the gold after 4 hard Olympic goes at it, 16-year trial, and she finally gets gold and she gets rewarded with a $13,000 paycheck. It is just not good enough. So stop that to who I don't know who it is. I don't know who signs off. I don't know who pays. We pay, Pig, we pay that much tax. Not anymore, but you used to. We're all happy to chip in a bit more tax, I reckon, for our Olympians.
If we didn't bet this year, we could have paid for someone to win a gold medal. That's how well we're going. But that's absurd. And I saw somewhere where Hong Kong medal.
Listen to this, Pig. It doesn't stop. Serbia. If you get a gold medal, guess how much you get?
Don't know.
$218,000.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, that's not bad. What about if we go to Italy?
Don't know.
$193,000 for a gold.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Better than 13.
It's good. Hong Kong.
Here we go.
Hey, Hong Kong.
They're proud of their Olympians over there.
They're proud, all right. $768,000 for gold. And we're giving our athletes, Titmus is taking home 13.
That's
Molly O, 13. Fox, 13.
How they expect for us to buy in as Australian Olympians or athletes when you're only getting that? Because there's no funding in Australia anyway for athletes. Obviously, you got your footy and your cricket and your basketball, whatever, NRL. But if you want to be one of the best in your field in any event, whether it's running, swimming, gymnastics, rowing, You get $13,000. You don't get you have to work your ass off to get sponsors. I don't think there's a lot of there's no government money that goes into it. So that needs to, when we talk about it, stop that. You need it.
Give it to him, Pete. Give it to him.
Oh, I'll just have. But stop that. And you know what? Start paying our Olympians a little bit more. That's embarrassing, man. That's
13 grand. We should start some sort of page where,
GoFundMe.
Well, yeah, GoFundMe or something like that, because how many golds do we get? I mean, I don't know about you. I went on Sportsbet and had a look at over-under. I thought it was like 8.5 at the start of the year. So you're thinking they're only going to predict 9 golds maybe.
Is that what it was?
I don't know. You could be wrong. But we're currently on 5 or 6 as we record this podcast. It's day 4 or 5 or whatever it is. So what do we go? And we're very good in the pool. We're very good in the pool.
That's what we're the majority of.
Yeah, very good in the pool. So they especially the girls, they are just carrying our country at the moment, the girls. But, Molly O, Ariane, Foxy, 13 grand. Yeah, how long they spend in the pool? Mate, do you know how hard it is to just do one of the training sessions they do?
Their warm-up is like 2K. I nearly had to get the defib when I do 500 metres.
I know. And when I looked into it, because it all started with America, they only pay them 37.5.
There'd be a bit more money there from the government. They get
37.5 for America. Like America, think about the NBA players and what they're getting, for a contract. And you win gold, and you're getting 37.5 for 1 gold medal. And they're a big country.
Do you think LeBron and that are getting money?
Yeah.
Are they getting money? They're getting 30.
They get 37.
Mate, they've got to give it to someone.
They've got
to give it to Simone Biles or something.
Do you think they even? Mate, they wouldn't. It'd be like the dinner. They'd be going out and spending all that on a dinner.
That's
anyway. This is the longest KPI construction stop that we've ever done. But to whoever has signed off on giving our athletes $13,000, stop that. They deserve much more money for gold medals. In fact, Pig, we'll finish. What do they deserve? What should they get? If you
Jesus Christ.
If you're
who are we talking about? The government or the athletes?
No, the athletes. If you were,
what's the number?
If you were the Prime Minister, what should they be getting?
Get $500,000. But I don't have the money.
Well, we pay a bit of tax.
Actually, hold on. That's coming out of our pockets now that we're taxpayers. So maybe, a can of Coke and some twisties.
I reckon.
No, honestly, I think 150 or something like that. That's reasonable. Like, you won a gold medal, 4 years, trained up for that event, 150 grand. I reckon that's unders. When you think about the effort that they've put in, obviously, I don't know. It's a hell of a piece of string. We'll put it to
a poll.
It's already 150.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Well, shout out to KPI. We love you guys and your support. Without you, we wouldn't be here. And to everyone that tunes in every week, we hope you enjoyed this one. It's been a good laugh. Great to see you, Pig.
Good to see you, mate. That was funny.
I'll get in the gym and do this 1,500 calorie challenge. It's it's a challenge, and I'm looking forward to actually attacking it. I was a bit worried with what you were going to do. I was hearing rumours of a 4 a.m. recovery session at Kerford Road, and I also heard about something I was going to eat. I didn't want to eat anything. That last one, you've scarred me. Can't look at tuna ever again.
Bull's testicle or something.
Oh, wow. Well, on that note, we are out of here. Yeah. Have a great week, everyone, and we'll put up our little multi on social media. Let's hope it hits, because we'll be funding the Olympic side in Brisbane whenever they're there. See you guys. This episode is proudly sponsored by KPI Construction Services. When it comes to construction sites, reliability and efficiency are key. That's where KPI Construction Services shines. With a single call, KPI provides a range of essential services, which includes labour hire, crane hire, and traffic control. KPI is a progressive business with modern plant and equipment across all of their operating states. Focusing on innovation and to avoid the business drifting is always front of mind. We are proud to be aligned with and have such a reputable company partnering with the show. Aces, I know I always go on about the RIXXs, but I got huge news. We have all our styles and colours restocked on the website right now. Get online, grab some sunglasses at rixxeyewear.com.au right now and use our little discount code ACES if you want a 20% discount code on the house.